All right, so start of the
Okay, so
debate.
so why
Yeah.
do you think that
One
end of
real
series?
quick before you guys get started, just to state like on the video what the debate is, right?
Yeah.
So the versus is Three-Eyed Madara versus End of Series Naruto. Guys,
Madara gets no access to the chakra from the Infinite Tsukuyomi, so like
yeah,
no planetary chakra
Yeah.
drain or something.
yeah, he's not
No one can
nerfed.
use the
Yeah.
jutsu.
I presume
Yeah.
like Naruto doesn't have any of his like injuries or whatever, right? So it'd
Yeah.
just
Naruto
be like
does.
they both get a sensu bean or whatever, and it's just
Uh,
the full fight. All right.
are we going to post the scans in common grounds or?
No, we're gonna post it in bots and spam.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So why do you think that Naruto would beat Madara?
Are we just gonna go off of I thought we were gonna go like category by category, like who has higher AP, who has higher
Uh,
speed, hacks, durability, intelligence, etc.
yeah, sure, and then we can do the overall at the end of all
Yeah,
of
we can do
this.
conclusions and we can say our win cons.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So why
Um,
do you start first?
we can do AP first.
Yeah, sure.
You can go first. Why do you think Madara's AP is above Naruto?
Because he was already relative to him with one eye and got reabsorbed. And like, yeah, Naruto got stronger as he mastered more of his powers, but at the same time, that just getting stronger with the power he already has. Madara got like two other massive M's after that.
Wait, can you repeat it? Sorry, you're
No, you can speak now.
no. Can you like repeat? I didn't hear what you said. I
Okay, so Madara was already relative to Naruto with what, like Cis-Space Naruto with one Rinnegan and got reabsorbed. And then
mm-hmm.
he got two major power-ups.
Why is one-eyed Renegade Madara relative to Naruto?
Well, for once, we already saw them fight, and like, well, yes, before Gatri, Naruto was fucking the ever-living shit out of Madara. I won't say that he didn't, that would just be stupid, but
Yeah.
we saw them fight. Like, for example, Naruto has to dodge Light Fang. His head was almost cut off by that. It cut the truth-seeking orb, and like, even before Guthrie, I'm not saying Guthrie Madara is, I mean, pre-Guthrie Madara is stronger than Naruto, but
Mm-hmm.
even before that, he actually managed to block one of his punches with that. And his punch was also enhanced by Six Path Chakra. Here is that scan.
That's like, oh, okay. So you're trying to argue. Okay, so you're trying to say power-wise that.
Madara is more powerful in terms of AP.
Okay, first off, that would make no sense. Naruto literally just got the form. Madara saw him, and then he just ran up to him. Also, there's other ways. You can say Taijutsu the relative. And also, you can also just say that, like, KCM gives him, like, a massive amp.
Yeah, but that punch
I'll
was
show.
okay. Go on. Sorry.
Yeah, so you can say KCM gives him a massive amp, and he also got more powerful over time. Because we can agree that Naruto during his fight with Madara is not vastly weaker, but weaker than at the end of the series once he gets used to his abilities, understands his
Yeah,
abilities,
just taking more experience and all that shit. Like how he got stronger versus the fourth Raikage with KCM
yeah,
one.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so practically,
But at the same time, that Madara is also vastly weaker than even Ghastly Madara One-Eyed. Like,
yeah,
and
but
that,
like, look at Madara's face in the scan
yeah,
that you
I'm not
like.
debating
He
that he
literally
did.
looks like he broke
Yeah, he
like the
was
crown on
getting
his head, so
fucked.
he did take damage. He did
Yeah,
take massive damage.
I mean that Madara was also still regenerating, but yeah, he was still getting fucked. I won't say he did not.
Yeah, that's also yeah. That's
Okay,
also him using true seeking orbs to block the attack. It's not like he just his raw durability took it.
he has better Odurabi.
Raw durability, yeah,
Anyway, so the Light Fang skill cut through the truth-seeking orb of Naruto, on the other hand,
that's fine. He just
and was
reacts and
going to, and it was going to cut him as well. If he didn't dodge it, he would have cut it.
can
It
you drop the scan for that, by the way?
yeah, real quick.
Oh fuck.
Here, Naruto dodges it, but the truth seeking orb is cut in half, and like he just barely does. So if he was like no give dodging it, the truth seeking orb would have been fine as well. Like no reason why he wouldn't dodge with his weapon as well if he can.
Yeah, but that's like his fastest jutsu. So that jutsu,
Not necessarily. When was it stated to be the fastest one?
I'm pretty sure it's in a data book scan.
Yeah, I have the scanners. It just says that it cuts at the
Do you
speed
have
of
the
light.
data book scan of like the
Yeah, yeah,
light?
yeah. I
Wait, hold
have
on.
it.
We're worrying about AP. So hold on. We can worry about speed
Yeah,
later.
okay, okay.
Yeah, let's worry about AP. So yeah, the light thing can like
Cut
uh
Naruto, yeah.
yeah, it's like a jutsu. Like their jutsu can hurt each other.
Yeah, I agree
And
with
all
that. Most of the six-base characters can hurt each other.
yeah, that's fine. The light
Um,
thing is like one of his strongest jutsus, so that hurting him is like no biggie. That's fine. It just wouldn't.
yeah, it's the strongest one that is like in base, so to speak, base like skill six base, but not going like Susanoo
Yeah,
or some shit.
yeah, like non-Susanoo. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
strongest, and we see Naruto handle it, so I'm not concerned about
Hey,
that.
he did not tanking that speed. We said let's go into AP alone.
Yeah, we can talk about durability later.
Okay,
So
there's. I want to make one more argument, and there's also this. Like, he consi- let's remember something here. Naruto has six passage mode. Like, he can sense chakra, the amount, and well,
mhm,
basically everything, like the danger. And he has to use a truth seeking orb to block it. He does not even attempt to like use the Kurama chakra, like when he blocked Sasuke's fireballs, for example, or anything.
mhm,
He actually tanked Sasuke's Chidori, if you remember, in the final valley when he teleported behind him. But here he did not attempt to like tank it or something with a clone to get an advantage. No, he has to waste one of the truth seeking points which he cannot regenerate. So he's basically using one of his strongest attacks to block one of Madara's attacks.
okay, couple things. You said a lot of points. Point one, the reason he probably used his true seeking orbs to counter that is A, as you can see in the panel afterwards, they practically are in the bottom left corner. They all get attracted to it, so it's probably the easiest way to deal with it. And also, he doesn't know how that chakra would have interacted with one of his Kurama arms. B, that is a weaker Naruto than the Naruto that we are using in this debate. And C, wait. And yeah. So,
Can you
yes.
quantify how much stronger Naruto got? Like, I know he is stronger,
Naruto
but
is.
is he
Yeah.
that strong that he's like above another Rinnegan and the Rinne Sharingan?
Yeah, I can. Practically, and you remember when Naruto and is able to like fight Kaguya in like the ice dimension? I'll show scans. Hold on. I should have them. Actually, I might have to look for them. Hold up. Uh, 680. Hold up. I thought I had this on. And my bad. Let me go find it.
Do you guys want to set a timer, by the way, for like things like getting scans and burden of rejoiner and stuff?
Nah.
Nah,
This is like the only scan I forgot. I thought I had on hand. So
Okay.
after this, we should be fine.
if you set a time limit, it just gets like super edgy. Like, you waited one more second than the 5 minutes time limit, you
Oh
lose.
no no no!
It's-
I wouldn't be like that. It would be like you get a little like warning first, right? Like I wouldn't you want to get cucked on it or whatever, but just because sometimes you have people that are just will like, oh yeah, no, let me get a scan, and they just leave for half an hour.
Yeah. I think I found it. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So Naruto gets stronger because during Kaguya's fight, like in the ice dimension, where's Baton's man? Naruto has to use boil release to like knock around Kaguya, right? He has to use
Okay, okay,
boil release. No. Let me speak. Let me speak. He has to use boil release and shadow clones to knock around Kaguya, correct?
correct.
And then, oh fuck. Oh yeah, because it wouldn't fucking load. 687. And then there's another point where Naruto's able to just cut off Kaguya's arm. Like later down in the fight, a couple chapters later, he literally just cuts off
Yeah,
his
I know that. Okay, so my point regarding ball release is yes, I agree that ball release is a huge amp, and ball release Naruto would damage and out scale Madara in terms of AP. The problem is it's a temporary amp, and if you could do it non-stop, you would have done it against Kaguya, like just beat the fuck out of her until Sasuke comes back and then seal her. Or just, no give Sasuke all the time there. Like, it seems to have a drawback or something else.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is he has to use Boya Release to damage Kaguya, but then a couple chapters down the line, he's able to do a better feat in base
Okay,
without
okay, I
Boya
got it, I
Release.
got it.
So he gets stronger over time. So anything Madara did to him would be irrelevant.
Okay, quick question.
Yes.
How I did he just did Kaguya like fight back against ball release, or did he just take the hits
He
there?
activates Boya Release and like slams her into a mountain, and then uses the shadow, and then
Yeah,
just
but
uses the
like, did
shadow.
he attempt a punching attack or a piercing attack? Because like those things can be different. For example, like some characters can have better piercing durability than blunt.
Can you? Uh, yeah, that's fine, but it's still a better feat. And
Yeah,
if
but
he knew, and then he's like, if he could use that same jutsu when he was like using Boya Release to do a similar feat, then why didn't he? It
okay.
would make no sense.
Well, he's mentally amped against Kaguya when he cut off her hand. Like, you can literally see he gets like super triggered about Obito. By the way, that shit was fucking stupid, but it's unrelated.
Wait,
Like,
what did
that's
you
not. He gets mentally amped against Kaguya in that panel because
why?
like he gets super triggered because of Obito. He says, he's nothing but Essen to me, and
He could just be shouting at her. Just be shouting at her. Why did you like kill Obito? Probably just it's not even like that big of an
yeah,
amp.
but he literally. Mental amps are actually kind of bullshit. I really don't
Mental
like to
amps
use
have
them,
like
but
a spectrum of how powerful you can get. You can get like the mental amp Naruto got against Gaara, which was like massive, or like a minor amp like the one Hiruzen got against Orochimaru at the end of their fight. Like mental amps can range. You can't just say mental amp. There's like no defined like set power up that you get from a mental amp. So you would have to prove that like the mental amp from Naruto cutting her arm off would be like so massive that it just wouldn't matter.
okay. Well, when else did she tried, pardon, he tries to damage Kaguya. Like, I remember when he hit her with like all of the Bijura and shurikens at once, and like
Hmm.
it did cause damage, but it didn't like blow her up or something. Like, unironically, that chakra attack, the chakra arm thing, did more damage than that. So it would be a pretty big amp there, actually.
Using wait, what are you trying? Are you trying to say like the Rasen Shuriken, like the
The
tail
ra-
beat Rasen Shuriken barrage
yeah,
is
yeah,
also lamped?
yeah, it did less damage than this. So, and that
Is
was
this
stated to
that's
be
just a
Naruto's
stronger
strongest
jutsu?
jutsu. It was stated to be Naruto's strongest jutsu at the time. I have
Where
the.
does it say that? I
I
don't
will
have.
get the scan very quickly.
Yeah.
Sorry if the quality is low. I just googled it.
You're fine. You're fine.
Wonderful page.
I cannot read that. Holy shit. Hold up.
This is the full page in case it's easier to see.
Yeah, please. Can
It's
read
on
that.
the bottom left corner.
Bottom left corner. All right. The stage art. It says ultimate technique, not most powerful.
I mean, ultimate and most powerful are basically synonymous.
So you're saying Naruto's ultimate barrage is his most powerful jutsu?
The that point in time, yes, it gets outdone later by Ashura form, but at this point of time, he did not use that yet. So,
Ultimate can have like just be like the strongest form of a jutsu. That could just be the strongest form of his Rasengan, like
but
his
he says,
Rasengan
yes,
techniques.
but he says the ultimate technique, not just in reference to Rasen Shuriken.
Yeah, it's the ultimate, just the ultimate form of that technique.
It refers to the ultimate technique he gave birth to obtaining the stage of his best powers. It is in reference to all
I
of his
mean, he used it
techniques.
against Kaguya and didn't know her weak point. It's just called the ultimate technique. It's not. It could mean many things. It could be like the strongest form of that technique. It could be his general strongest form, or it could just be a statement to hype up the technique
Okay,
itself.
when was another technique of Naruto, or in general, before like a power progression like Ashura form, safe is to be the strongest, but when it actually wasn't, or the ultimate?
Like before Ashura form, what would be his
Yeah,
strongest technique?
no.
But like
Like when else was it stated that he has like an ultimate technique, but it wasn't actually his strongest one?
ultimate
Or
Naruto, ultimate barrage.
okay, can I get a scan?
Yeah, I got you. I think I already sent it. Hold on, let me check. Or am I gonna have to go read it? Yeah, it's. Oh no, hold on. It's. Let me go get it.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I think it's in this chapter. No, it's in the chapter before. This is annoying as fuck. I'm gonna use a fucking mouse. I don't want to do this with my finger. Oh. There you go, found it. Naruto's ultimate barrage. It
Yeah,
could just be. Yeah,
that might refer just to Taijutsu because like it's the ultimate barrage in terms of Taijutsu. He has multiple barrages like Uzumaki barrage, like now it's ultimate
yeah.
barrage.
Ultimate
But
can
here,
probably.
this is in reference to barrage alone. Here it is said ultimate technique. So technique alone. Every one of his jutsus is a technique.
Yeah, that's fine. It's the ultimate technique for that jutsu.
Yeah, and no, it says technique in general. Like it says that it gives birth to the ultimate technique.
It says
He gave birth to the ultimate.
ultimate technique he gave birth by obtaining. It just means that this ultimate technique for this jutsu was the only reason he can do it is because Hagoromo gave him that power. It
Yeah, but
doesn't mean that's like
it
his
says that.
strongest technique. Going by that, and
But
also
why
we can
would he
contradict
have
it with like a
multiple
better
techniques?
feat. It just
Yes, but again, that's a mentally empty. Again, it says there literally that it's the ultimate technique he gave birth
we
to.
could,
Like,
well, yeah, but he did
hold on,
better
I
with
put the
boil
thing.
release, and he wasn't mentally amped when he did that. So saying that's the ultimate technique can be contradicted since he has better feats. Also, the data book would
With
be
what
counting the Ultra Avatar thing, so that's
not
also
necessarily. Data books usually tend to say things in reference to the point of the anime. It says, like, for example, it says that Light Fang is undodgeable, but then Naruto dodges it, or Kamui is undodgeable, but then Minato dodges it. Like, it's
yeah. So
undodgeable to
those
the
feats
point
have
of that
contradicted those
scene.
statements, so those statements are no longer valid. The light
Not
thing is
necessarily.
stated to be undodgeable. He
Not
dodges it, so it is
No,
dodgeable.
no. I'm trying to say that it gets contradicted later on because when the statement is made, it is in reference to the scene in the manga. Like, what it says something like killing is the fastest jutsu at some point in the series. It applies to that point in the series, even if it gets outdone later on. You get
Sure,
what I mean?
that's fine. And he does the cutting attack after he fired the Rasen Shuriken. This is after Obito's death. Obito was alive when Naruto did the Tailed Beast Rasengan Rasen Shuriken Barrage. So even if I did accept your thing, it still wouldn't count. That jutsu would still be stronger. You're saying that jutsu, there can be jutsu that are past that like point that still would be stronger. So the jutsu that Naruto used could still be stronger, and also the Ashura Avatar would still be stronger.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. Okay, so then why is Kaguya so much more durable? Like I know she has much more chakra, but chakra that is
Chakra.
not.
Okay.
Wait. I
I'm
know what you're going to say. She was stated to have much more chakra than Madara, and that is true. We see that in her feats and in her jutsus. But why does that correlate necessarily to durability? I know they use chakra to enhance their durability and physical stats, but they do not do so equally. Like it's not, for example, like I don't know, Dragon Ball or some other series like that, where amount of power correlates equally to all aspects like AP, durability, speed, etc. Like
well
for
because
example, a weaker ninja with weaker chakra could put all that into speed and train specifically his speed to get faster,
yeah.
or someone with more durability.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so for why does Kage's durability so much higher? Because Kage just has better durability feats. She just takes constant hits from like Naruto and Sasuke throughout the entire fight. While Madara and just like A form above under the two-eyed Madara, well, even like the three-eyed Madara, like we have no clue how much more powerful the Renny Sharingan is. It could be a minor.
Actually, I think I can
Yeah, let me
quantify
speak.
it
Let me speak.
actually,
Let me
but
speak.
okay,
Let me
okay,
speak.
go
Let me
on,
speak.
go on.
So practically, we do not know like the strength amp and the Renny Sharingan for the and also just like with one Renegon, we just know that it increases like his jutsu, like it just enhanced limbo, and his durability wouldn't be just like vastly increased. It's just increased. And Sasuke is able to cut Madara in half. I don't have the skin on hand, so
I
take me a
know, I
second.
know, I know the skin. I know the skin.
And
You don't have to.
Naruto is able to take a Chidori point blank to the face. Kaguya is able to just foderize the perfect Susanoo of Sasuke, while Naruto is able to take the Chidori. And we know that the perfect Susanoo is stronger than Chidori. Because if it wasn't, then there's no reason to use the perfect Susanoo. Just use Chidori.
Okay, that just means Madara's durability is lower, but it doesn't mean that his AP is necessarily lower. Like his AP can be
Are you?
much more above his durability.
Do you have like? Can you put Madara like what's Madara's durability feats?
Like for example, he survives the 8 guy, but well, actually that's more of a regen thing, but than durability because he just kind of get fucked up by that.
Yeah, and then Naruto without even KCM is able to do a
Yeah, yeah,
better
yeah.
feat. Of a
But
switch.
okay, that's not really a good point on my side. But I can prove that the dual Rinnegan is actually a very big amp in all aspects here, not just jutsu strength.
Yeah.
Hold up. Okay, so here, Obito specifically separates the eye's ocular powers and the chakra that it gives. So like it's a both a buff to chakra and ocular powers. It's not just one of them. It's both. That's why he separates it. Even this one ice chakra and nuclear powers are so strong I started losing myself.
They could just be inferring that, like, for the Renegon, they would be like, okay, so Madara's a threat right now, right? Madara's a threat to Naruto and Sasuke. If he
Yeah.
got both Renegon, bad thing. Bad thing one, he does get stronger. I'm not denying that it gets him stronger. I'm denying that it would put him above Naruto's, like, AP. And also, another thing, that allows him to activate the Infinite Tsukuyomi. Because he needed both
And
Renegon
then
to
he
achieve
needs
the Renny
Rina
Sharingan.
Sharingan first. He doesn't mention the Rina Sharingan here. He mentions the second Rinnegan.
What'd you say?
He doesn't mention the Rina Sharingan. He only mentions the second Rinnegan here.
Yeah, but two Renegon lead to the Renny Sharingan. Being a ten-tailed
Okay,
Jinchuriki and two Renegon, and he needed the Renny Sharingan to
okay.
have
Proof he
like
was
the best
referring to the
version.
Rina Sharingan.
What?
Prove that he was referring to the Rina Sharingan.
No, no,
Sorry,
no,
I.
I'm no, 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 no. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he's like saying it'd just be bad for us for
Well,
those reasons. And Obito obviously knows about the Infinite Tsukuyomi. I'm just saying if he got the other Renegon, it would be bad for us. So obviously keeping the Renegon away from Madara would just be smart. And also that Obito doesn't know the capabilities of Naruto and Sasuke at this point. Because I'm pretty sure
actually, he did see Naruto with 6 pets, and like still had like one Rinnegan and fucking
was he in the
Magneto
Kamui
Sharingan.
dimension?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He he
Does
basically
he
sent him like, bro, go fuck him up now, Mao. And the funny thing is, here he didn't know about the God Triumph, but he still thought that second Rinnegan would make Madara able to fuck up both Naruto and Sasuke.
Obito was in the Kamui dimension, like during when Naruto and Sasuke were like beating the shit out of Madara. That was the
Yeah,
whole point
exactly.
of them beating up Madara. And then Madara's like, I can't beat these two. I need the other Renegon.
Yeah,
And
that's
then eventually seals Kakashi's, goes into the Kamui dimension where Obito is, and Obito says this statement. And then Obito retreats back into the living world. But then eventually he just gets I forget how he gets it, but he's in the Kamui dimension when he makes that statement. Where Naruto and Sasuke never were. And Naruto and Sasuke whole point for fighting Madara was to like delay
actually
time.
Naruto was in the Kamui dimension. Like Obito basically I mean, it was more Hagoromo, but like Obito was present in the Kamui dimension when that happened.
At this time, no, he was not in the Kamui dimension. He
No,
was
no,
fighting
no, no, no,
Madara.
no, no, no. I mean, like right when Naruto was resurrected and given the six plus powers, they were in the Kamui dimension. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but then he gets like kicked out of it. And then he can see like base six paths, but not six paths KCM2. Or six paths Biju mode, whatever you want to call it. He
Yeah, I
doesn't
can
know
see
the
that.
full power. Like you can say he knows the power of like six paths, like base six paths, but not six paths to Biju mode.
I mean, he was a Jubei Shurishi. He could like Obito is pretty smart. I don't think we need to debate that. He could
Yeah,
probably estimate that like Naruto has nine tails chakra and 6% jutsu. The Jubei Shurishi also has that, but Naruto is obviously much stronger, and he can sense that the 6% jutsu difference is much
I don't think
bigger.
he would be able to sense six paths Senjutsu from inside the Kamui dimension. I do not think he could.
No, 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 no. Like right after Naruto gets resurrected and has six paths, I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying he doesn't necessarily need to see his power with KCM. He just needs to know the the amplifier of the 6% jutsu alone, which Naruto does have at that moment. Like he already comes in
Yeah.
six paths, and he already knows. Like for example, I don't think we need to debate that Kurama chakra, half of Kurama is much lower than
The Ten Tails, yeah.
Latentes, yeah. So like he can probably estimate like with that huge
Six
ass
Paths
map.
Sage mode is like since it like okay, so you know how like Six Paths Sage mode like messes with the Biju mode. Also, that Biju mode isn't just Kurama; it's also the chakra of like all nine of the tailed beast
Yeah, but he
because they
doesn't.
all give him chakra, and Naruto's able to fully realize it and use it once he gets Six Paths powers.
Yeah, he
So it
uses
would
it,
be
but in like he doesn't use it like outside of some attacks, like some Bijuras and Shurikens. What the fuck
no,
is my
he's still.
referring
It's
to?
like a passive. It's like the entire thing is just Biju chakra because it's mainly Kurama's. It's mainly like just Shona's that it's like his power. So it's like mainly Shona's that. That's why he has like the nine Tomui on his back because that's a form that consists of all nine Biju. And Obito would only know the power of normal Nine Tails Naruto, who doesn't have that normal KCM2. So he would probably think Naruto's power would just be normal KCM2 plus that mode, not KCM2
It's not
plus
just
partial
plus, like
chakra of eight other Biju plus six paths.
it's not just plus, like it's an Sage mode in general works like an amplifier.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like how Curse Mark 2 was stated to be a 10 times amplifier. Sage mode is superior to that, and 6 per Sage mode is vastly superior to normal Sage
Yeah,
mode.
yeah, yeah, I'm not denying that. You could say Obito just vaguely knows his power, which is fine. But Obito, and also you've already agreed to this. Naruto gets stronger as the end of the war goes on. After he fights Kaguya and when he fights
Yeah,
Sasuke,
it's just measuring his powers.
yeah, he just gets stronger. So even if Obito thinks like, oh, this Naruto and Sasuke can't do it, Naruto and Sasuke get stronger as the war goes on. So maybe they
Okay,
could
but
do
here's the thing: the feat I use for like Madara threatening Naruto in terms of AP with Thunder Blast and Light Fang, that's also much weaker Madara than Two-Eyed Madara.
it. They both get stronger. So in
Yeah,
some
exactly.
and Naruto gets
Actually,
like vastly stronger.
we can quantify how much Madara got stronger with.
What's
I'm
like an
not
exact?
going to Rinne Sharingan yet, but like you know how the Limbos are equal to him in power.
Yeah, the Limbo are equal to him in power. Oh,
Yeah,
I have another point to bring up later, later,
I
later.
know it's the Shadow Clone one. I know how to debunk it. Don't worry. Um. Okay, so after two Rinnegan, he gets four Limbos, but before getting the second Rinnegan, he already had one Limbo out, which was sealed, so he technically and he couldn't retreat and things like that. So he technically got a 5 times amp. Like he has 5 more times limbos than before, and Obito states that the chakra and ocular jutsu are empowered by the Rinnegan.
Hmm. Okay, it's a 5 times amp. Normal curse marked by like a fodder Jogo is like a 10 times amp, right?
I mean, yeah, but it's more of an amp, not like for example, if you give a fodder shinobi a second Rinnegan, he will get only 5 times stronger. Like it's just the power is so big that it is like 5 times. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's a sum. It's not like a times 5
It's
type of
also
thing.
another thing about like Naruto's not even. It's not even like Madara is like so vastly above that Naruto too. Naruto's still able to box that two-eyed Madara with shadow clones, while at the same time he's making fucking like what 20 Rasen Shurikens to deal with all the Chubaku Tensei, who should all like scale above him or scale
Okay,
to him at least.
so I have 2 points in regards to that. So first of all, he needs to use truth-seeking balls for blowing up the Shibaku Tenseis, correct?
You can still do it.
I mean, yeah, but the point is, truth-seeking balls are one of his strongest uses at that point.
He doesn't use the true seeking arms. He uses Biju bombs.
Okay, to be fair, that thing is very weird. Like, I mean,
The
I
true
don't know.
seeking orbs are like barely stronger than true or like Nine Tails Biju bombs, like
Uh,
slightly. And also that would be like a Senjutsu enhanced Biju bomb because Naruto's in six fast stage mode, so
yeah,
he
I know, he enhances it.
so that would be like an amped up. So that's a better description for it. Six paths Biju bomb Rasen Shuriken, which is being
Okay,
amped by Wind Style Senjutsu, and it's a Biju bomb.
so my point about the Limbos versus Shadow clones.
Hmm.
Okay, so first of all, the clones actually lost the battle against the Limbo clones, and they just hold them off. That was their point. So to hold them off, so they can attempt to stop the Infinite Tsukuyomi, which, by the way, they actually failed to do. Like
Can
we
you show
saw
me the
what
scan
happened.
of them losing?
It's not explicitly stated, but we know that shadow clones disappear when they are hit, or like they don't disappear by themselves. Like the Limbo has to retreat. They have to get hurt to disappear, or the caster has to undo the jutsu.
Hmm.
Here, here, like after Madara does Infinite Tsukuyomi and goes like, "I am the best," blah blah.
Hmm.
Uh, Sasuke knows how the Limbos are surrounding them, and Madara was never shown to like retrieve them or something and then recast them. But the Shadow clones are nowhere to be seen, meaning the Limbo clones actually won, and they were able to box with them for a bit, but like there are several
That means
examples. Wait,
relativity.
not necessarily. So we saw Kakashi was able to box with the Deva Path for a bit and hold him off. Base Naruto was also able to do that for a bit. Like I'm not talking about fatigue pain after Shibaku Tensei. I'm talking like in between Sage Mode refills. There are several examples of this in the series. You don't necessarily need to be related to be able to hold someone off for a bit. You know what I mean?
You well, base Naruto could just be, and that's also a fatigued pain, like heavily fatigued pain.
Yeah,
Pain was
but
still
like he was Sage Naruto was still relative overall to that fatigued pain, but Base could still hold him off for a bit, and Sage Mode is a huge amplifier as we
yeah,
established.
and also for the Diva Path thing, that's also like a double weakened Diva Path. Diva Path. Pain is like pumping out Jutsu like no fucking tomorrow when he fought the Leaf Village. So that Diva Path also was like weakened. Also, another thing, all six paths of pains were up, so he would be at his weakest. Like besides post Chibaku Tensei
Yeah,
pain.
no, no. My point is that he was. That doesn't matter. The point is that he's still relative to Sage Naruto, and Base Naruto could still hold him off for a bit, and the Kakashi point still remains here.
Okay, so base Naruto could still be relative to base
It's
Naruto
not. Do you
is
think that someone can be relative to someone 10 times stronger than him? Like, do
why
you count
would
it as
pain be 10
relatability?
times stronger than him?
Because Pain was relative to Sage Mode Naruto, and Sage Mode is at least a 10 times temp because it's stronger than the Curse Mark 2, which is a failed attempt at Sage Mode.
Yeah, you can say base Naruto is relative to that pain because as soon as Naruto gets Sage Mode, he breaks the chakra rod, and then is able to box with him. And then when Pain charges up more chakra, then he beats him.
Okay, but how do you know that he like gets so much chakra that he went from going that he's like so much above Sage, the previous pain. I mean, that it's not longer like
Because he's having
ability.
a hard time with. Hold up. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
I feel like there's a mad sidetrack that's going on right now.
It's like those fucking old debate videos with like fucking swag and like it was like Kage versus Minato and at some point it's fucking Madara versus Sage Naruto in Rasen Shuriken durability.
Yeah, like you guys do have to kind of go back to points though.
Yeah, it was mostly I was mostly using this pick is like to establish that you don't need to be relative to hold someone off.
I mean, that's I'm not. It's not my task to respond to
Yeah,
that.
I know. I was just saying why I was doing that for the record.
Yeah, yeah, it's fine. It's just I don't know. I feel like I said, you're getting a little too far points because you guys also were like, hey, we're gonna talk about this stat, and then you start talking about like completely other stuff. So it becomes hard for me to like choose who wins points at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why you got the other moderator. I'm co-moderator on what?
You want me to get? Fuck it. No, here you go. It's live promotion, field promotion. Look at that. You're purple now.
Let's go. Let's go. It finally works.
Okay, so where were we? Oh yeah, it was a penny like
Gas is not back yet.
Oh.
I just gave Nello the rank he wanted. Well, he wants one higher, but he ain't getting that one.
Nah, it's chilling. Did you pause the recording or is it still going?
Nah, it's just going. I don't give a fuck. You're just gonna have to fast forward in a YouTube video. I'll just put like a little timestamp, like yo, break here, ends there. It's fine. Like he said, it was 5 minutes. I don't fucking feel like cutting that shit out for 5 minutes. You want to see the pick I made for it though, real quick on OBS?
Yeah.
I'll drop
Yeah,
this in
send
like
it.
I'll drop this in like lobby. I couldn't find a good pick of 3-eyed, so I just had to do 2-eyed. So it's fine. Here, I'll just drop this in common grounds real quick.
Okay. That's kind of smooth.
It's pretty good, yeah. Why
I
does
like
it
that
appear?
background.
It kind of appears that Madara and Naruto are going to beat the living shit out of the Watcher, though.
That's just facts, though. That's just. this is POV your Kaguya.
That background's cold on Madara. That background with the purple. That's cool.
Yeah, they just got. That's just from the card game. I just joined
There's
that.
a card game for Naruto.
Yeah, there's like it's like, you know how you have like Dokkan Battle for Dragon Ball? It's got that shit too for Naruto.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Now I'm gonna have to cut this shit out because it's taking too long.
Facts. Wait, whose YouTube are you uploading this to?
Mine, it'll just be unlisted.
Hey. Finally getting the YouTube content back.
My bad. I had to go eat breakfast.
You back?
Yeah, I inhaled that shit.
Alright.
Alright, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, we're talking about base Naruto being relative to fatigued span.
Yeah, okay, so I don't even really need that because I still have the Kakashi points. He was still able to box with Pain for a bit despite being massively weaker. Like, he still lost in the end.
He was still what in the end?
He still lost in the end.
Yeah, you can be relative to somebody and lose. I'm fine with that.
Okay, and I think I proved. Did you address my me saying that the Limbo was won against the clones? Do you agree with that?
What about what
The
clone?
Shadow clones losing to the Limbo clones.
Yeah, we talked. That's what we were talking about. We were talking about like the Shadow clones still lost. I'm fine with that. Naruto made 4 Shadow clones and they didn't get fodderized. And Naruto can make how many?
Okay, but you know that the shadow clones get weaker the more clones he makes. So like if he made like 10, they probably would have gotten beaten somewhat faster because of
Are you saying 4 shadow clones would be weaker than a couple thousand?
yes, that's the established fact. The more shadow clones you make, the weaker they are.
Then what would be the point of making a vast amount of shadow clones? Then why
See,
would Naruto do it?
I
Why would Naruto?
wonder, I wonder that myself, and it is very weird, but it also makes sense because like you can divide power among many people to try to like confuse the enemy. Naruto does that a lot, for example. Also to like scout the enemy's abilities because the knowledge you get from the shadow clones
Also,
dying.
Naruto. You talk. I
No,
don't
no,
know.
no, no. Say.
Okay, so 2 things actually. I just thought of this. You know how like during the war, Naruto is able to make at minimum 7, like bare minimum 7, probably more shadow clones that are all relative to him and are similar to like the Limbo clone. Naruto is able to make 7 of them. So first off, Naruto didn't even use them all. Second off, that's a way weaker than Naruto, so Naruto probably got better at the jutsu,
Okay,
and
but
he could
why are
probably
they
use more.
related?
Let me speak. So he could
Okay.
probably make more. And also, we don't know if those shadow clones were just the ones that are relative to him, or just fodder shadow clones that he used against Kaguya. As there's the multi shadow clone jutsu and the shadow clone jutsu.
Can you prove the clones he made at the beginning of the war are relative to him in the first place, like full power him?
Wait, what did you say?
Because can you prove that the clones we're talking about now were relative to him in the first place?
Yeah, because they perform similar feats. Sage Naruto, the shadow clone that fought Madara, is able to use Sage mode, and while in Sage mode, he's able to impress Madara
Okay,
with
but Naruto
constant.
also
They have feats that are comparable to the Prime Naruto. So
weakens himself when doing Shadow Clone Jutsu. Like
no, I'm not
he
saying.
has to
No,
share
I'm
the
saying that they're
chakra.
relative to him. I'm not saying. Yeah, they're definitely weaker than him, but I'm just saying that they're relative to him. They're similar in power to him.
That could also just simply be because he doesn't use all of his chakra at once while fighting, and like the remaining chakra he doesn't use, he uses for the shadow clones. So like it appears they're related because he's not going full power at all times because it will be very draining for him to do so.
He's fighting Itachi and Nagato, and then has a shadow clone that's using Sage mode fighting Madara, and then another shadow clone that's using KCM1 and Sage mode to fight the third Raikage.
You could also argue that he simply doesn't have full control over it yet, so like he cannot use it at once in one body, so he splits it up among multiple bodies to more efficiently use it.
And
Like
splitting
if
it up,
one
so
if
just
one
replicate.
body can use like 10% of his not an exact number, I'm just giving an example here. Like if one body can use an X% amount of chakra, to fully utilize the chakra, he just makes a lot of bodies that can be able to use a percentage of that chakra, and in total, he can use most of that chakra just because of the Shadow Clone Jutsu. Also, the other point of the Shadow Clone Jutsu is simply to outnumber the enemy. Like, you can be in more places at once.
Yeah, but Naruto's
You
like
can do
okay,
teamwork bullshit. You know how he always does. Is like against Sasuke, he basically abused Shadow Clones at the beginning.
in the manga he doesn't use shadow clones. It's
Oh,
only in the
fuck.
anime, and we're using manga and data books, so I mean that's what I
I
guess
mean,
since we're
he
showing
still
manga
abuses
panels.
shadow. He still abuses the living shit out of shadow clones in general when fighting. I don't think we
Yeah,
have
you could
to.
say there's like okay, so and then again, there's 2 different versions. And the one that fights Kaguya, and where he uses a vast amount, like at base when he fought heavily fatigued pain, when he fought Kaguya, he will just make thousands of shadow clones, hundreds of thousands of shadow clones.
Okay, but then they would be
And
doing.
then he can use the normal shadow clone jutsu fairly well, and he's able to make at least a couple 7, like or not a couple 7. He's able to make at least 7, and so and that are all relative to him. And that's saying that like KCM1 Naruto has the same like can use the same amount as Six Path's Naruto, and we know Six Path's Sage Mode practically allowed him to get a better understanding of Jutsu. As soon as he got it, he could use the other 4 chakra natures.
Okay, but so you are saying that the shadow clone can still be related with the limbo, but still lose to it, right? So, like, if he made more, he would have probably won there because he would still be related to each other. The problem is that the limbos also have the same abilities as Madara, and Madara also has access to wood clones and shadow clones. So like they would skill lose in the end. They would. It would basically be the Clone Wars.
He has he can make up to 22 wood clones. We can say Naruto can make more shadow clones than Limbo. What we could do is we could just say Naruto. Let's use a vague number. Let's say Six Babs Naruto can use 20 shadow clones. 20 shadow clones that are relative to him, right? That's fine. And then Six Babs, and then he's also able to make 1,000 clones that are not relative to him, but still could use his jutsu and have power. He could send
He would
those
not have the
20
same
shadow
power,
clones
but
to
it
go
would still
fight the
be.
wood clones, and he can send how many shadow clones to go fight 4 limbo clones
If
that all can sense them?
if they are much weaker, they would probably just be like Madara versus the Shinobi Alliance, but slightly less. No gifting,
Also,
you
do
know
we
what
know
I
that the limbo clones can use jutsu?
mean. Yeah, we know that. So let
Can
me
you
get
send
that
a
for
scan?
you.
Because I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that. I would like to have that.
Here.
Bursting the Phantom, the enemy, and Imperial Invasion. The person who possesses the Renic on the gun to the irradiation wall. Not only will the jutsu user gain duplicate itself, it's just not only will the jutsu user. Okay, so it's just saying that they'll use the jutsu. So it's just saying that the limbo clones will be relative to them. It's not saying that they could use their jutsu. So that could be just Madara, who has same AP, speed,
If
and
they
durability as the Prime Madara, but
that
can't use his jutsu.
that means shadow clones that were related to Naruto and could use jutsus lost to
But we've
clones of
seen them use
Madara.
jutsu.
That's my point. That would mean that shadow clones that can use jutsus lost to clones that could not, which would make Madara much higher than relative shadow clones to Naruto.
Also, about your point earlier, saying that uh, that the Limbo clones only can use you can make 5. It directly says it could shape 4, so that would be irrelevant too. So it'd be 4 Limbo clones. You said you could make 5 because Naruto sealed one, and then he
No,
makes.
no, I'm saying in theory he could make 5 if we are taking him out of that context and we teleport Friad Madara and all his Limbo clones. It's fine if we only use 4 Limbo clones anyways, because that will still mean by your points. I think Limbo clones can still use jutsus, but going by your logic, and they cannot, that means that Shadow clones that can use jutsus lost to Limbo clones that could not, and you said that those clones are relative to Naruto himself,
Yeah, he can make.
which would mean that Madara, without jutsus, beats shadow clones relative to Naruto, which could use jutsus. So that
But
would put Madara
one
above
of them
Naruto.
only says one is in equal ability. It doesn't mean ability to do something, so it doesn't mean jutsu. So, and they use jutsu in the game, so we're not counting the game. So that's an irrelevant point.
Yeah, I'm just saying that
Let me speak.
okay.
So equal ability could easily mean just physical stats, speed, and durability. That's how I interpret it.
Yeah,
Is
and
it
I'm saying if you are using that point, that means that shadow clones of Naruto that can use jutsus lost to basically weaker versions of Madara because they are physically as strong as Madara, but they cannot use jutsus, and jutsus are a big part of a character's overall power. So that literally just puts Madara above Naruto at
yeah?
that point.
So you just have physical stats that are relative to him. And Naruto could surpass Madara with jutsu. So Naruto.
Yeah, and the Shadow Clone skill lost, like we established already. So that means a Madara without jutsus beat Naruto with jutsus, which literally
Naruto
just
without
puts
jutsu, yeah, 4 shadow clones that are weaker.
and Shadow Clones.
Weaker Naruto.
You said that the Shadow Clones that with that number are relative to Naruto, though.
To a weaker Naruto, we're using a stronger Naruto.
No, no. I was saying that you said that if he makes only 7 or so Shadow Clones that are relative to
I said we
him,
round up to 20. But okay.
I was giving just a random number. The point is that it's a bigger number. You said that would be relative to Naruto than the one he used here. So those 4 Shadow Clones would still be relative to Naruto, and they can still use jutsus by your logic. And they still lost to a Madara that could not use jutsus.
Do they use jutsu in the fight? I don't know. Let me look at this game.
It's
Hold on.
only 2 panels. Most of it
Naruto
happens
Shadow
off
Clones
screen.
use
Most of it
jutsu.
happens off screen. We can only make
Oh, I
assumptions.
didn't get the scan. Where the fuck is it? Where's the scan? There it is. Copy. Paste. That's numbers. Hold up. Oh, let me get the scan. So, copy. Hold up. Sorry, somebody walked my room. Why is it showing numbers? Rising. You know, like, I'm trying to get the scan from that one area, like, the one that it's not letting me, like, every time I paste it, it just shows this. Every time I copy it.
Do you want me to get it?
Yeah, it's not letting me.
What scan do you want?
It's the one where the Shadow Clones fight the Limbo Clones.
Alright, what chapter is it? I'll get it real quick.
It is chapter 6, 7, and 6.
6, 7, 6. Give me 1 second.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
No biggie. Naruto 6, 7.
Is this the one, or do you want like the full page?
This one. I would like the full page.
Yeah, I'll get you the full page. Give me 1 second. I can get you the whole fight even if you want, but
Nah, I just need the page.
We are going to read the manga right now.
Yeah, no. So that's like a weaker Naruto is relative to a weaker Madara. Wait, no, that's two-eyed Madara. So it's like a similar Madara. So a weaker Naruto is similar to, because they do well. It's not like
Again, like it's only one panel. You can do well at first, and then start to get progressively.
also, since like Madara might be able, even if like the Limbos are defeated, he might be able to like retrieve them, because like because one of them was like sealed, and Madara is able to bring it back.
When is he bringing it back?
He said he can only use 4 in the data book, and Naruto
yeah, because
sealed
one of them. Yes, because one of them was sealed. Like he can only use 4 because the 5th one was sealed.
There's 3 in that picture. The 4th one is sealed, and then later on, Sasuke's like, "All right, they're no longer taking care of."
There are 4 Limbos in that picture.
There is. Okay, so that he just brings one back to fight the Shadow Clones. Also, wait, hold up. Is there a 4th Naruto? Yeah, there's.
Yeah, there is a 4th. There's a leg there.
I see his legs. Yeah, so So we know that Madara could retrieve his Limbo clones from any place.
Okay, but how do we know he did that? He was
because there's a 4th Madara there, even though one of them was previously sealed.
Okay, but I'm asking why would he do that mid fight with the Shadow Clones? Like we don't know that is an assumption.
Just make more Shadow Clones after the Limbos are defeated. Like he defeats the Limbo Clones, Madara
yes,
brings it back, he just makes more Shadow Clones.
But we see that what both of them are doing while the Shadows are looking it up. Like Naruto is trying to blow up the Chibaku Tensei spam, and Madara is trying to catch the Infinite Tsukuyomi. They are not shown to make more clones as the fight goes on.
No, I'm saying that they could, like, if they did fight. Like, if, like, Naruto dealt with the Limbo clones, Madara could bring them back, and if Madara dealt with the Shadow clones, Naruto could just make more.
It's basically the fucking Clone Wars.
So, yeah, practically. So, practically, clones aren't a good argument. So, practically, and also this fight is not meant to show. It's just to show that Naruto's Limbo clones and Shadow clones, and the Shadow clones are weaker than the Limbo clones, are still relative to each other.
Yeah, but my point was that you said that the Limbos cannot use jutsus, and that the Shadow clones of Naruto, like if he only makes like 4 of them.
The point of, like, yeah.
No, I mean, we can leave it up to the judge, but I just want to establish it real quick, like on both sides, so we know.
We can drop this point. We've been on it for a second. I want to
go
on point. Yeah,
I just want to establish what we are both saying first, so it does not like derail into saying, but I actually said that. No, I said that. You know what?
Do we want to do conclusions for each category or just the debate?
I think the debate is better.
Okay.
Okay, so I am saying.
Wait, hold on. I thought we were doing it for the debate. We're not done with the debate. We're just
we are just this point, but it will be relevant when we do overall. So I am saying that overall, Naruto if he only makes like 4 shadow clones, you said that they are relative to Naruto himself. If he only makes like 4 or 7 or I don't know what was your max number, it was 20 last or something. Anyways, the idea is that those 4 shadow clones would be relative to him. And we know that shadow clones are able to use jutsus. Actually, I think in this one panel, one of the shadow clones is literally using Rasengan. Like you see the one in the right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you are seeing that the Limbo clones could not use jutsus, but they are still physically equal to Madara. We already agreed that the Limbo clones overall won against the Shadow clones, which would mean that Madaras that are physically equal but cannot use jutsus, so overall they're much less powerful because jutsus are, at least for Madara, way more powerful than his physical strength. I don't think we need to debate that. Like,
Okay.
that's the purpose of a jutsu.
For
This,
my oh, you still going? My bad.
yeah, that would mean that basically Madara with no jutsus beats a relative to Naruto clone that can use jutsus. So that would basically put Turinegan Madara with the jutsus significantly above the Naruto in that period of time.
Okay.
That's my point on this one.
My conclusion for this point is that Naruto with since this Naruto that fought this Madara is weaker than the than the Naruto that we're using, since I already proved that Naruto got stronger as the Kaguya fight went on. He got stronger. And then he uses a shadow clone, so a weaker Naruto uses shadow clones that are relative to a Madara who is relative than the Madara that we're using in the debate. So due to that, and just the normal Naruto would just outpower three-eyed Madara without Susanoo. So we don't, yeah. So practically, Six Fabs Naruto end of series due to the shadow clones being relative to him that are weaker than the ones at the end of the series would be relative, if not stronger than Madara. Because these shadow clones, okay, hold up, let me fix this. Shadow clones in this fight that are weaker than the one that we're using are relative to a Madara that's relative to the Madara that we're using. So Naruto being stronger than these shadow clones by a vast amount would just be stronger than Madara. And now, do we just want to finish AP here? Because I have one more AP point I want to make.
Okay, go on the AP point.
All right. Three-headed avatar. Are we going to use the three-headed avatar? I say so.
Yeah, I think it is okay. I can also use something similar.
Okay. So Madara Naruto should be able to use the three-headed avatar, and it should be relevant in this fight because the three-headed avatar was able. Do I need to send the scan of the three-headed avatar?
No. I know what you mean. Like he
Okay.
didn't do like with some prep or like with Sasuke who had required the bijus. He did it on spot.
Yeah. Okay, so for the fight, practically three-headed Madara, or not three-headed Madara, three-headed Avatar is able to fight alongside Indra's
Yeah, they
Susanoo.
were equally matched.
Let me talk. Is able to fight alongside of it, and is able to practically counteract his powers. And also, Naruto would be able to get this up, as Sasuke is astonished on how much Sage energy he gets so fast. I'll send the scan if needed. He's just
Okay.
astonished about how much Sage energy he has, so Naruto would get the form up, and this form should just be near a like 10 Tails level amp, so it should be able to fight, if not
Yeah,
easily overpower Madara Susanoo. As we know, the
okay.
Kurama Avatar and the Perfect Susanoo are relative to each other, since Naruto.
Okay. So I agree that that would basically fuck up the normal perfect Susanoo. My point is, how did Sasuke made the Indra avatar that rivaled Yashura mode?
Chakra from the Bija.
Okay, so now with Madara, where are those bijus exactly?
They are the Biju that are amping him to the level of Naruto.
Okay, but he also has the Turinegan, so he can use their chakra basically.
Mm-hmm.
And he can also do what Naruto did, like he has 6% jutsu, he can also channel shit from his surroundings and all that. And if you are saying that Naruto can only do that because he also has normal stage mode, Madara also has that, he absorbed Hashirama's normal stage mode, if you remember.
No, he doesn't use normal Sage Mode, he just amps it with Senjutsu.
You know what I mean, he basically joins chakra from the surrounding and puts it into the
Yeah,
avatar. Yeah, I'm saying that Madara can do the same because he also has 6 Sage Mode, and we are not counting the chakra from Infinite Tsukuyomi, but Madara has shown that he's able to drain chakra from surrounding areas. Like, I'm not going to say
when
he's
when
using
it, when did he drain chakra from a surrounding? Because Madara just can manipulate senjutsu once he absorbs it out of people or is given it, because he's given like some kind of form of 6-5 stage mode when he gets to 10 tails, and he
that
also
literally,
absorbs it, but he never sits down and just like gains it like
yeah,
Jiraiya
like,
and Minato do.
I mean, neither does Six Naruto, or
Yeah, he does. He
basically,
sits his Kurama down and then he gets it.
yeah, because he has to do that over some time, but without, when he's not trying to like get a huge amount of Senjutsu energy, he can do that on spot. Like Madara, that's basically the same thing. Senjutsu basically is drawing from your surroundings, so you can't really say here that
Are you saying
Madara
Madara
is
is
not.
just passively like getting a senjutsu amp? Like he's just passively absorbing it?
Yeah, that's what Sage
So
Mode
would
does
Naruto, because
basically.
Naruto is the exact same form, and Naruto like does that. So
That's basically what Senjutsu does. Yeah, they can do the same thing with Senjutsu.
yeah, so Naruto and Madara are both getting senjutsu
Yeah,
around
so
them.
I'm saying that Madara can also like do the same thing Naruto did and make a somewhat.
We've
I
never
was going
seen
to say
Madara.
it would. Yeah, we never see him because the fight was cut short because of fucking Zetsu, but
We
it
have
isn't.
no idea of Madara doing it. So saying Madara might be able to, but saying that he can definitively is just I don't
It's in
believe.
his. It's literally what Six Passage Mode does. Like, it's like saying if Naruto can make a Shadow Clone and the Shadow Clone can like make a basic jutsu, can Madara's basic Shadow Clone make a basic jutsu? Like, of course he can do that. It's literally the same jutsu. It's just counterintuitive to say no, he can, because we never saw him do that. It's doing the same thing. It's the same jutsu. It's not like something that's not established that Jutsu can do, or it's like an outlier that Naruto with a Shadow Clone gives that or something. It, it was basically just normal Senjutsu times up
So you're
11 or
saying
something.
Madara would just like send a limbo clone or like a wood clone somewhere? It would
And
sit
do the
down
same
and
shit
be able to
that's
gain
Naruto
senjutsu.
basically.
Why? What? Naruto? What? Madara doesn't know how to use Sage Mode, because if he did, then why didn't he do it? Because he saw Naruto and Sasuke as a threat. So if he knew how to do it, why didn't he do it in their fight when he got
Because
Chidori?
it
And
takes time. Because
it
it takes
doesn't
time.
take
Even
time.
even if
Sasuke
he
even
did
knows
that.
how fast Naruto does it. Like it does not take any time at all. It's insanely fast.
Well, basically, since Naruto also has his passage mode, he would be able to deduce that, okay, if I do this shit, Naruto does it too, and I still get fucked.
We also know that Naruto's way better at manipulating senjutsu than like Madara is,
Why?
because Madara takes a second for him to drain all the senjutsu out of Hashirama, while Naruto, while going into KCM to beat like Sage Mode, just closes his eyes and opens them, and he's in the form.
He's not doing stage mode on his own for the like Naruto already has experience with stage mode there. Madara
Yeah,
is
Madara doesn't.
getting stage mode like right at that point. Like, it's saying like comparing Naruto when he's first learning stage mode with Madara. Like, he actually says that he's mastering stage mode very fast when he absorbs it. Like, you know what I mean here.
No, not really.
Okay, so Madara drawing a stage mode from Hashirama is not how he would draw stage modes from now and further on, because he does not have stage mode at that time when he's starting drawing stage mode. He's just absorbing it to gain capacity to do stage mode. That's not his normal stage mode capacity.
Yeah, so Naruto would just absorb it, while Madara might not even know how to do it,
Okay,
and he's
The
worse with.
The Madara I'm talking about right now already had stage mode and could in theory do that, but he also knows that Naruto also has stage mode, so he would still get clapped if he tried to do that.
Are you
Plus, he,
saying
plus he
Madara has
needs his
sage
plus he
mode
needs
since what?
uh,
So
no, no,
confused.
no. I'm saying that Madara
Mm-hmm.
simply did not do the shit Naruto did at the end against Sasuke,
Mm-hmm.
because he will still get clapped. Like, if he tries to do that, Naruto can also do that because Naruto also has his stage mode, and then he still gets clapped because the power difference is still huge without the God tree. So, like, yeah, basically.
I confused what you're trying. Are you trying to say that like Madara just wouldn't let Naruto do it, or he like would be able to do it?
No. I'm saying Naruto would also be able to do that shit, and Madara would still get fucking destroyed because of that.
So you're saying the 3 heart avatar does beat up
No,
Madara's
no,
Susanoo?
I'm saying if that. No. I'm saying that you asked why Madara didn't just do that like an Indra mode of his own against
Oh,
Naruto.
you're debunking why he
So
didn't do it.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's what I was
I was
addressing.
so confused. I'm like, what? Yeah, no. I'm just saying he didn't do it because I don't know. He doesn't even like know about like taking in senjutsu after he gets the 6 fast form. He just has a higher level of sensing. Like he barely
I mean,
understands how senjutsu works.
six-pack Senjutsu actually gives universal awareness and knowledge about all chakra
You just
abilities that
naturally
you
get
would be
six
able
five
to.
senjutsu once you have chakra ball 9 BG. You just naturally get it.
Yeah, but you still have it, and you
Well,
still get the.
Naruto understands how it works since he learned how to use Sage Mode. He uses Sage Mode, and multiple times he absorbs Senjutsu
Well, yes, but why would Madara not be able to do
because
the same
Madara has
thing?
less experience and is not trying to do it. He just has vastly less experience than
Yes,
Naruto.
but
Well, Naruto's like a master with Senjutsu.
okay,
And
but
also, he like befriended the Biju who can also might be able to just give it to him. As Kurama makes no, it's like I charged up this much chakra for you, and then they make like the Shadow Jutsu.
wait a second, I'm looking at the textbook scan for six-pack Senjutsu and what it is.
Bro, this room's hot as fuck.
I'm just sitting here chilling.
What you eating?
I finished my food. I had bami though.
You got a what?
Bami.
Oh, fucking European food.
Yeah. Y'all gotta get on to the next point though.
Do we just want to? I would just say we can move on to speed or durability.
Because
I
you
want,
guys didn't you guys already cover durability? If you guys are gonna go on,
yeah,
then
it
you
was
want to
basically
talk.
in
We
skills of
did.
power
What did
5.
we?
Yeah, if you guys want to do durability, do that one. Then first finish that point off before going to speed. Okay.
Okay, because I don't remember our durability conversation.
Yeah, that's fine. You guys have talked about Madara durability, but not Naruto durability.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
No, I think he addressed it with Naruto tanking Sasuke's Chidori.
Oh yeah.
He addressed it well because
Anyway,
Madara
if
got
you guys
cut.
just want to like go on to the finishing statements of that point, then
Yeah, let's just go. Yeah,
I
we can
actually
go.
wanted to go into the Rina Sharingan amp because that's actually very important for
Yeah,
my.
I want to go over that too. Yeah, I would
okay,
like to go over the running Sharingan amp.
okay,
Okay,
then do,
so
then finish, but then do that point before going on to the next one. Okay.
okay. So first of all, there are basically three possible ways Rina Sharingan can amp. The first one is basically like a normal Rinnegan. Like you
Mhm.
just add the power of a Rinnegan, which we already know is a vast boost because of Obito and basically everything in the series.
Mhm.
It can also be like basically adding like how a second Rinnegan like the pair is more powerful than just the sum of two Rinnegan powers. It may be like that with a third Rinnegan on his forehead, or
Mhm.
it could also be like adding a second pair. This is one is very weird. It's I'm not very sure on it either, but
Mhm.
you know how Sasuke's Rinnegan is basically like a pair, like it gives
Like
the
a Tomoe
power.
Rinnegan? Are you just saying that would be like a Tomoe Rinnegan amp?
Yeah, because the Rinne Sharingan is basically
The
a
running Sharingan
Tomoe
has
Rinnegan.
I don't know. The running Sharingan is we have no statements on how powerful it is. I feel like the safest thing to say is it just gave Madara access to the infinite Tsukuyomi because
It is
that's all it
literally a
does.
Rinnegan though, like
Yeah, it's a Renegon, but like we don't know the amps of it. It's just a cool looking Renegon. We don't know if it amps his power massively. We don't know if it just gets him access to a jutsu. We just don't know.
but it is still a Rinnegan after all. So saying that it would not give a power amp despite being a Rinnegan is
Yeah, no,
not
I'm
an
not saying it
assumption
won't.
that
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it won't. I'm just not saying it's a massive amp. And there's nothing to prove that it would be a massive amp.
it being a Rinnegan alone I think would be a proof for that.
Yeah, but
Because,
Naruto also gets stronger. So
yeah, but can you quantify that it is stronger than second Rinnegan and third Rinnegan amp? Like I said, I think I already established why. You said he gets stronger and you proved why he gets stronger, but you didn't say how much he gets stronger by, I
you want me to
think.
say? Okay, hold on. We can talk about how much Naruto. Once we do conclusions, then we can just say how much stronger I think Naruto is. I'll do that at conclusions.
Yeah, okay, it's
Should
fine.
we do that, Rising? Or should I argue? Like, should I just say how much powerful Naruto got
Finish
now?
this Rin. No. Finish the Rin Sharingan point. Finish that point, like, and then go on to the next one. Don't
Okay,
like, yeah. Finish the point.
okay,
Okay,
so my
okay.
point is, at the very least, it is an app like a third, like you get a pair, and then not basically uh, another amp like you know how the second gun was a bigger amp to the first one than just adding another one. It's
You're
basically
saying it
like
would just
that.
be an even bigger amp because it's a third Renegon.
Yeah, basically like that.
Is there anything to back this point up but your headcanon?
It being a gun is enough because it is still a gun. It will function basically the same. Like I
It's
don't
just
think.
called a Rene Sharingan.
Yeah,
Like,
but
let me look at the
that
design of it. Ren Rene Sharingan. Images. It's literally just a red guy. It's just a Renegon, but with like Tomoe.
yeah, like Sasuke's.
And the only thing you've seen it is it just giving him six.
It's
All it does is give him Tsukuyomi or infinite Tsukuyomi. My
because
bad.
we haven't seen him fight after that.
He can what?
We have not seen him do anything after that, except do a massive like planetary wild jutsu. Not just Infinite Tsukuyomi, like he also did the fucking wood style shit that.
Would make sense to give it an amp, but like we just don't know what the amp is, so it's unquantifiable how much
It is
stronger
at
it
the it
is.
is that's why I'm saying like it the very least would be like adding another Rinnegan to the fucking pair thing.
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted to like wank him or something, I would say that since Sasuke's Rine Sharingan, like it's basically a Rine Sharingan. It's
Mm-hmm.
the only difference is it's purple.
I'm
Like
just saying
I could just say that it's
you don't know how much stronger it is, so saying that it would make him like stronger than Naruto is like I don't fucking know. You don't fucking know. It's just a Renegon amp. We don't even know how big the Renegon amp was. At best, we can say 5 times, but we don't even know if that's true. It just gave him access to more limbo since it's a complete set.
it does
Besides
not
that,
it does not give access just to Limbos. It also increases chakra reserves. I already established why.
it's just unquantifiable how strong it is. So it's like pinpoint exactly where it is a little hard to do. You can say, yeah, maybe it does. Maybe he's stronger than a weaker Naruto. Maybe he is. Maybe he isn't. We don't fucking know, dude.
Okay, but at the
Because as
very
soon as
least,
he says, I'm gonna go serious now, he gets fucking stabbed. And then taken over. And then Zetsu. And also, when Kagi has already Sharingan, and she didn't do shit with it either.
I mean, she was very, very powerful. Like it probably does not give like a bonus ocular power, like how Mangekyo gives or Rinnegan gives an individual. Besides the Six of Pain abilities, like for how Madara got Limbo, Sasuke got that weird switching ability thing.
Practically
It,
all.
it probably just gives power and that's it.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not a power amp. I'm just saying we don't know who the fuck it is.
Yeah,
So
but
saying
saying it does not matter. It's like ignoring that it's a power up in the first place.
I'm not ignoring that it's a power up. I'm saying we don't know how big it is. So trying to use it as like your main argument to like put that three-eyed Madara above Naruto just doesn't work.
But we should be able to logically deduce that it is at least like adding another Rinnegan to a pair
You
because
can at
it's
least at
literally a
minimum.
it is a literal Rinnegan, and this is like the lowest assumption possible because the other ones are way higher than that, and I'm not using them. I'm using the lowest one. The only lower one would be that it does not give anything, but that is weird because it's still a Rinnegan. So
Yeah, it's just a Renegon. It's an amp, but we just don't know how big it is.
Yeah, but
And at best, we could just say it's a 3 times amp because that's the difference between Sasuke's normal Renegon and his Tomoe Renegon. Because he can use it 3 times a day, and he has to charge it up, so it would be like a third of his power, so 3 times. So at best, it's a 3-time amp, but that's not insanely huge.
no, you can
Not like
just
it's a game changer. It's just like okay, and that's
okay. So
that's the best we can do, and we're not even sure if they're the same thing. Sasuke's Renegon could be stronger. It could be
why?
because it's a Tomoe Renegon, and Madara
This
even
one is
knows, hey yo, that's stronger than my shit.
oh,
So I don't know how strong it is. You don't know how strong it is. So there's no definitive way we can like say, oh, because of this, he could be stronger than this.
okay.
And he
Then
has
how
no
do
feat with it. Kaguya doesn't note that it gives her a big amp. All she does with it is practically remarks that she can use, or she has done the infinite Tsukuyomi, or she does use it. So,
okay, but
do you want to
here
stay on this point? Because I've made my point insanely clear.
wait a
Let's go on to
second.
a different point. We can. Do you want to go into another? You want to go on to like durability or speed?
I want to go. I think we already addressed durability. Like in the power thing, it was basically also durability because we were saying how they were fighting each other and hitting each other and shit. I think Naruto actually has more durability feels than Madara. I think he's more
Naruto?
durable. Yeah,
That's fine. Do you
without
just,
question.
Yeah,
I don't think.
you guys kind of cover durability, so just do closing states on durability then.
Yeah, Naruto base to base is more durable than Madara.
Okay, so just concede durability.
he
Yeah,
just concedes durability.
Okay.
Okay, that was easy.
All right.
Speed, I guess.
I cannot in good faith of mine say that Madara is more durable than Naruto base to base. Like with Susanoo, he might be able to, but
You
does
don't
he
have
have
to explain. You don't
power?
have to
And
explain.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No. You conceded the point, so then we just go on to the next.
yeah,
We just don't give a fuck. All right, speed. Why do you think Madara's? Do you think Madara's faster, or you concede on that too?
I think they're around relative. Like
That's fine.
yeah,
I think they're relative too. I think Naruto's slightly faster because he gets stronger and he's able to.
yeah, but this would not be like a breach or something.
Yeah, it
It
would
would
just
not
be.
matter
We can
much.
say Naruto's slightly stronger or slightly faster. Yeah, we could just say Naruto's slightly faster. That's fine. All right. Do you want to go on to hacks or closing statements for these?
Yeah, hex.
All right, hacks.
Okay,
What?
so Madara has wood style, and we saw wood style is incredibly effective against Kurama Avatar. Like when he used it against KCM2 as an Edo, okay, they are much weaker versions than the ones we are using, but wood style is still shown as very, very strong against
It's strong against Kurama's chakra.
against chakra in general. Like it absorbs shit, and I have a scan to prove it.
So you're just saying that you're just saying Madara can seal him or something? Like
I am saying that wood style will basically hard counter Naruto with his massive chakra reserves and
okay, so
drain a lot.
Hashirama's wood style counters all
No,
the
no, no.
6 bad.
No. Hashirama's wood style is not nearly on the same level as 6% jutsu aimed wood style.
When does Madara use that? I do not remember Madara using any wood style after he got the Jubi because he thought it was not needed.
That's like saying he cannot use Susanoo, he simply didn't get to
No, I'm not
pass.
saying he can't. I'm not saying he can't use it. I'm not saying he can't use it. I'm not saying he can't use it. I'm saying he doesn't think it's relevant. He's not saying it's like when Obito says, "I don't think the Renegon abilities are worth it." He doesn't think it would be worth it.
Okay, no. Obito says that because they will drain a lot of chakra from him, and he's not like Nagato with Uzumaki with insane stamina and shit. Like that will actually drain him a lot if he uses it, and Hamu is better for him anyways because of his style of fighting and experience. But Madara actually uses wood style.
As a Ten Tails from Turkey.
Yes, he does it after the Infinity
Show
Tsukuyomi.
scan.
Okay.
Show scan.
Here it's in the data book.
God, oh, what the fuck is this? God of Novarity. Oh, isn't this just the God tree?
No. He does it to drain chakra from everyone on the planet.
Yeah, this is the God tree.
But he has to cast it. He has to cast it. We see him casting it.
But we already agreed that we're not using the God tree.
No, I'm saying we are not using it. We are not using the chakra from the people under it, but this is showing that he can still use wood style. That's what
So
I'm
you're
saying.
saying he would just summon a god tree and it would just steal Naruto's power?
No, I'm saying he would just summon wood style and it would steal a large part of his power.
This jutsu literally is called God, Navarity of the World Trees. It's not even wood style. It's just God. It
Yes, so
literally just says
why
God.
why can't he use it? We only restrain him using the chakra from everyone under it, but we did not restrain
Because
him
there's
from
already
using
a
it on
world tree.
Naruto. We
It's
did not.
literally infinite Tsukuyomi. The gigantic divine tree consumes life, becoming a nursery for white slaves.
He had to separate to
Those
cast.
who have their chakra absorbed are gradually transferred. He literally is. This is literally infinite Tsukuyomi.
No. He has to cast it after that.
Yeah, and we're saying this is post infinite Tsukuyomi cast.
Yes, he can just cast it again. It's a separate jutsu. He has to cast it after.
But he already casted it.
No, the Infinite Tsukuyomi and God Nativity of World Trees are different
You
jutsus.
need infinite Tsukuyomi to cast the god tree.
I am saying that they are separate jutsus. And Madara, like this God Nativity of World of Trees, was not a separate jutsu from. Sorry, it was a separate jutsu from Infinite Tsukuyomi.
How many times one tries to rescue a prisoner, it's impossible to see another branch.
It is
Kaguya used this technique to undertake chakra Shinobi. So you're just saying that he would just cast another tree and it would absorb Naruto.
yes.
Why?
Be-
Why would he be able to do it? There's another god tree. That makes no sense. Like, you know, in Boruto, where there's like god trees, why didn't they just make another god tree? It makes no sense.
He
You
did not
need
make.
like the 10 tails to like make one god tree. Why the
He did,
fuck can he make two?
he did not make another god. He just expanded that one. He would just
You just
expand.
said that he would.
Yeah, I said he would just use the same jutsu, not that he would make another god tree. Two
So,
different things.
but that jutsu is literally the jutsu that makes the god tree.
The god tree was already there, like.
God, Navarity of the world trees. God, Navarity of the world trees. Those affected by the infinite Tsukuyomi are captured by branches of the God tree, and their chakra is absorbed continuously.
Yeah, Madara just summons the fucking branches of the god tree on Naruto. He does not need to make another god tree to do that.
The infinite Tsukuyomi makes the God tree absorb people.
No, it was a separate jutsu when Madara has to cast after the Infinite Tsukuyomi to
It
trap
does.
everyone in there.
Where's the scan of him casting the jutsu?
Hold up, I'm getting it. What chapter was it? Does anyone remember?
Also, wouldn't he not? So you're saying that he would just use? Then why didn't he? Wait. Oh. Then why didn't he just? That makes no sense. I'm
Why didn't
confused.
he just what?
Then why didn't he just? He made the jutsu. The jutsu didn't work. So why would he
Why
just?
didn't it work? Like it
And this
went
is
on.
like, and this is like post like God tree. So after all the branches have been taken up and they absorbed everybody,
I'm
Madara.
confused. What are you even trying to say right now? Like, why wouldn't it
I'm just
work?
saying
Why
he
didn't
would.
it work?
Why would he be able to use it? Because he's already used it once, and he needs the God tree to use it. Are you just saying that he would use the jutsu again on the God tree, and then
The
Naruto
god,
could just avoid it?
the god. Okay, but like it's a huge AoE, he has to avoid it, and like it's planetary wide. What is Naruto travel? Is Naruto going to go to outer space to avoid it or something?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not. Okay, we can drop the dodging point. My bad. What I'm saying is like for the God tree, he needs the God tree itself to cast the jutsu, and he's already used the jutsu on the God tree, and the
But
God tree, the jutsu is located on the shinobi that are been
um,
trapped by the infinite Tsukuyomi, because the jutsu doesn't move by itself. It uses the infinite Tsukuyomi to track people. If not, then there would be no point to cast the infinite Tsukuyomi.
the god tree is literally inside of him. He did not like make another god tree and then.
So you're. Oh wait, does he not? I thought he just like. I
No,
thought.
the god tree is inside him and then he spawns a lot of branches from the ground
Yeah.
when he's
Okay.
doing
So
the
it still
jutsu.
uses the infinite Tsukuyomi to get him. It still uses the infinite Tsukuyomi as like a tracker, and the infinite Tsukuyomi is too busy is like just busy using the other one. So
And why wouldn't Infinite Tsukuyomi
and
not work on
Naruto would
Naruto?
realize, oh wait, that's the jutsu because because the Infinite Tsukuyomi like immobilizes them and then it's captured. It doesn't capture them itself. The Infinite Tsukuyomi immobilizes a target, and then eventually the God Navari, I can't speak English.
That's Jutsu, I know what you mean.
Yeah, he uses that jutsu to get him. The Infinite Tsukuyomi disables them, and then he uses that jutsu to capture them.
Okay, so then why would Madara not be able to cast Infinite Tsukuyomi on Naruto?
Because the Infinite Tsukuyomi was already casted. And
And we
Naruto, after he leaves the perfect Susanoo from Sasuke, doesn't get affected by the Infinite Tsukuyomi.
okay, but here's the thing. We know that he can cancel the Infinite Tsukuyomi, like you need the Rinnegan to do that. And his Space Chakra, which Madara has both of them. Correct?
So you're just saying that he would recast the Infinite Tsukuyomi? What? But Madara has to like charge up to do that. He has to like stand there and do it. So he would have to do the same process. And Naruto's like, "Oh
And
no,
Naruto,
you don't," and then would just beat him
and could Naruto stop him the first time when he was casting it? Like, why would he be able to now?
because he would understand the severity of it.
He
Because he
understood the
just saw
severity of it the
Madara
first time
fire
as
a
well.
bunch of Chubaku Tensei. And Naruto would, as soon as he comes out of the Susanoo, just go to Madara. Like he did in canon. He would just go to Madara. And this is a stronger Naruto too. So he would just go to Madara and just beat him up.
He understood the severity of the situation the first time as well, and he still
I'm
failed to
saying Naruto wouldn't allow Madara to do it. And the Madara needs the Infinite Tsukuyomi to like guide the jutsu itself. So he just wouldn't let Madara do it again. So
Okay, but actually, let's go to the next point. This is already going into
this
the
is just going in circles. Yeah,
yeah,
this
it's
is going in
going to
circles.
into the AP.
Do you want
Yeah,
to?
that was the worst point. Do you mind if we just drop that one entirely?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I do. I need to do. I can do feats for Naruto next.
Okay. So in terms of Hex, what does Naruto do to Madara?
Magnet release.
The magnet release required Sasuke's only Chidori to
No, it does
actually do
not.
something.
No, it does not. He seals him afterwards. The Chidori just damages him, and then he seals him, so it makes it easier.
Okay, but Madara still escaped that, so
Madara can, yeah, because that's a Limbo clone. He could just use Mag Release on the main body.
no, he used it on the main body, and Madara got out of it and replaced himself with a Limbo clone. He used substitution jutsu
Then
on
he
the
just
Limbo
uses
clone.
the Jutsu again on the main body until he runs out of Limbo clones.
Okay, and why would Madara actually no, that's on the overall, it's not on the Hex things.
Yeah, so he would just seal
That
Madara.
contra no, like I'm saying he could kill Madara, but I'm not saying why he would not be able to because
Yeah,
of
it
the
was just
ability
drop hacks
to
because
control
this is
them.
practically just like I believe this or I believe this. That's all hacks is going to be. Because like I believe Naruto could seal with Magnet Release, you don't believe that, so it's just no point. Let's just drop hacks.
Actually, they,
We already went over durability. You can see the
yeah,
durability.
okay.
And we did.
I
Do
only
you want
want
to
to.
go over speed, or do you just want to conclude the
Wait,
debate? Like, do
I only
conclusion.
have one more hex that is relevant here.
Okay, okay. I want to
The
drop hacks, but if you want to keep going on,
only one.
only one
Rinnegan jutsu absorption.
chakra absorption.
Yeah, that one.
Why does chakra absorption? Oh, he's deafened. Got you, got you. My back hurts, Rising. My back hurts. I've had to.
Okay. Repeat what you were saying. Sorry for that.
Okay, okay. So what hacks is chakra absorption? Why does chakra absorption matter?
It will absorb most of Naruto's attacks, and we see that they can still absorb six path attacks with Momoshiki and Sasuke. So
Out
we
of
know
care.
this. Why?
Because why didn't Madara just absorb the um? Yeah, it's just out of character of running on users to do it. Because like Naruto fires jutsu at Sasuke and he doesn't just absorb it. And Sasuke's less like
Sasuke did not master it yet.
Yeah, Sasuke doesn't like mess around as much as Madara does.
No, no, I'm saying that Sasuke did not master the Rinnegan yet, and he could not absorb while attacking, and he was like trying to
He
kill
knows what the
Naruto.
Raikkonen does. He absorbs Naruto's Nine Tails chakra later.
Yeah, he does it, but not while attacking. That's my point.
So they're saying Madara would just sit there and absorb all the jutsu Naruto throws at him?
Yeah, while the Limbo Claws are doing the attack.
That would... Why? What? Naruto would just go and taijutsu? Then why didn't the Limbo clones do it? Why didn't the Limbo clones just absorb the Shadow clones? That's a jutsu. Why didn't they do that?
Because it is more of a physical attack jutsu. It's like...
But they're
Can
playing
you...
defensively. They're trying to defend themselves. So, like, the Shadow clone could throw a punch, and Madara could absorb it. Why didn't he do it then?
Actually, no, the Limbo clones are actually playing offensively there because Madara sends them to Naruto and Sasuke to stop them from going after the...
And if they deal with the Shadow clones, they can go after Naruto, who's trying to deal with the Chubaku Tensei. It's a win-win for the Limbo clones. They deal with the Shadow clones, they
Wait, so
go after
are you
Naruto.
saying that the Rinnegan cannot absorb any jutsu because they did not absorb the...
I'm just saying it's out of character.
Yes, but if Madara is starting to lose otherwise, or he's getting pressed, he's going to start tryharding. Like, we saw that he's actually using the Rinnegan against the 5 Kages, for example.
Yeah, he uses the Rinnegan to like absorb their jutsu.
Yeah, so why would he not do this against Naruto when he's actually trying?
And why didn't Sasuke do it when Naruto fired jutsu at him?
I don't fucking know. It's honestly...
Well, and Naruto, and we've shown that like Madara is just like, hey, eighth gate guy, beat my ass. Throw your night guy, and then like absorbs it. It's more or not absorbs.
No. That's taijutsu. That's taijutsu. He cannot absorb it. It's like when
No, but he
Samuhara...
doesn't try to avoid it. He does. He just like lets him hit him. It's
Yeah,
like he's
because
a very
again,
like he has fun fucking around.
yeah, exactly. I'm saying that in this scenario, he's not fucking around because Naruto is an opponent of his level, and he would actually try to beat him. Like, he would not fuck
My guy
around.
was on his level. My guy was able to injure him.
Injuring and actually defeating are different things.
Well, he almost lost to the night guy. He literally, if he didn't have
No,
Hashirama,
he did not. He did not. He has to get help from Minato, from Six Gate guy, Gara, and Kakashi's Mangekyou Sharingan Kamui bullshittery.
Yeah.
And his skill won without using Susanoo or Limbo clones.
Okay. You didn't know that. He's just like, holy shit, you powerful. He even compliments on his power.
Yeah,
And
but
okay, hold on. This point's irrelevant. We're hopping points again. Okay. Let's stay on the main debate. Why are you just saying that like every single? So you're just saying he'll absorb the Rasen Shuriken?
Yes.
That's fine. The Rasen Shuriken has no good feats, and we've never seen the Rinnegan absorb into Susanoo. So that'd be relevant for him to absorb into Susanoo. So he just... That's fine. He has still the cut jutsu that is able to cut Kaguya's arm. Madara has no durability feats on that, so
Madara
he
can
just cuts Madara in half, and then Madara regenerates. Then he just...
Yeah, basically he just regenerates over and over again.
They're saying then. Well, okay. Do you know about the cell limit? Cells only can like duplicate for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, but that is this is literally like 6 PS bullshit. I don't think we can apply like real life medical knowledge on this.
Well, no, because it is stated in the show. It's stated in the show, like when Tsunade and Sakura do like their healing things, they state, yeah, only my cells could replicate this many times. So I only could use this jutsu for a certain amount of time.
Okay, but Madara has literally every single chakra nature, including in
Yakugo seal is literally just a replication of Hashirama shit.
Wait a second. So my point is, I don't remember if it was Ing or Yang release, but one of them, the one he used for, the fucking Thunder Blast jutsu, the purple shit. That shit was literally stated to create things out of nothingness. So it probably just creates cells out of nothingness.
Wait, are you just saying that he like makes cells out of nothing?
Yes, that's literally
but
what
he needs chakra to. That makes no sense because Hashirama.
I'm saying he's not like regenerating cells out of his body. He's using the chakra to create cells. Basically, that's literally what
You're
in
just doing the no limits fallacy. You're saying that Hashirama's healing has no limit fallacy, even though
no,
we've
no, no,
seen
no, no. This is not Hashirama's ceiling. This is Jubi, the fucking Jubi
it's just
regeneration.
you just have more chakra. It's the same healing. It's like when Naruto heals from Sasuke piercing a liver. And Naruto still has Nine Tails chakra plus more Biju chakra. Does Naruto just absorb everything Madara throws at, or not absorb, is able to just regen from everything Madara throws at him? Probably not. Neither could
Madara,
Madara.
Madara's regeneration is way higher than Naruto's though. Like Naruto, if he gets cut in half, he dies. Madara regens.
Because Naruto's never needed to regen. Like Naruto's never been cut because his durability is just so high.
Naruto has been stabbed a lot of times, and
Then he heals.
Yeah, but you are the one doing all these fallacies. Like you are saying
He
because
also
he
has
does not
that,
need
that one
to.
jutsu that's able to like replace organs with like no difficulty. So even if he couldn't regen from it, he could just use that jutsu. It's literally like a form of creation of all things. So
That
Naruto might just be able to regen if Madara even does hurt him. So they will
he
just regen forever. So it would just come down whose AP and whose stamina is higher. If we go by this, which is going to be annoying as fuck. And I don't think either of us want to keep arguing AP and durability. And you conceded on durability. And neither of us want to keep arguing on AP.
Yeah,
So
but honestly, durability is not. Actually, this goes into the overall closing statements.
yeah, we're just going to conclusion statements. So we're going to be here all fucking day, and I don't want to. I want
It
to.
is-
Yeah,
I-
hacks. Let's just drop hacks as a category because it just went nowhere.
we'll take it into
just look
consideration. We'll take it
into
into.
if Madara is out of character or not with Hexes, basically.
We'll just take it into consideration for overall victory, but it won't be counted as like its own points or whatever.
Okay,
Is that fair?
that's fine.
All right.
Okay,
so,
so-
which one of you guys doing closing conclusion first?
You do it first.
I'm doing it first. Okay, so I think Naruto's AP would be higher since a weaker Naruto with weaker shadow clones that are weaker than him are able to box a Madara that is relative to the Madara that we are using. And then Naruto gets vastly stronger as the story goes on. So Naruto, in theory, should just be stronger than that Naruto. Should be stronger than Three-Eyed Madara. With jutsu that allows him to surpass him even further, like Boiler Release, Three-Headed Avatar. Like the jutsu uses to cut Kaguya's arm. And other just Rasen Shuriken Biju Bomb things. And also, he should be... I don't know, I didn't bring that up, never mind. I didn't bring up speed. My opponent can cest on durability, so Naruto would also just be able to just take everything Madara can throw at him.
I said that he has more durability than Madara.
You
I
are
did
not
not
allowed to
say
speak. This is
Bruh.
my conclusion. Yeah, during conclusions, you don't talk over the other person.
Sorry, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah. So if you can say whatever the fuck you want, and I can't say anything about it. So yeah. So Naruto's durability. So practically Naruto's durability is just greatly higher. So Madara might not be able to even hurt him. And for hacks, Naruto and Madara should have similar just regen abilities, and each other's sealing jutsu shouldn't work on each other. As we agreed to that and dropped the points. So hacks don't work. Naruto's faster, stronger AP, better durability.
Okay,
So
so
that's why I think Naruto wins. I'll mute my mic and you can talk.
so closing statements for me are Madara have established that he was way more powerful than Naruto with Rinnegan via the clone scaling. Do I need to repeat that actually? Like I already said why. Pardon, I already said why. Okay, going on. Speed, we agree that they're relative, and durability Naruto is higher, but that doesn't mean he can tank everything. I said Naruto has higher durability than Madara. I did not say that he can tank everything Madara throws at him. That's durability versus AP. That's not durability versus durability. Madara has greater hex with wood release and being able countering Naruto and being able to absorb his juice with he goes like try hard mode. He's not very in character, but he's not fucking around here. He's someone with relativity to him. And I actually managed to quantify the buff Rinne Sharingan gives, which is actually more quantifiable than getting massively stronger simply by getting massively stronger as fight goes on. So basically, this is it for me. And his vision is better. This was it.
Yeah, his conclusion sunrising.
All right. Well, I also kind of want to hear Nolo's takes because this man was listening for like everything and he was PMing me about stuff during the debate. Talking with me about it. So, and I said he could, because he was like, "Yo, let me co-judge or whatever." So I gave him the title for it.
No, I probably agree with what you'll say. So you can do all the judgment. That's fine.
All right. So I think the first point you guys made was like, super hazy, but I think it started on AP and then kind of wavered off. But during that part, Gaz did more successful pushing, so that would just go to Gaz. After that, you guys talked about the Limbo, which at that point in time, Pricop just won. Like, that was pretty decisive, in my opinion, even. Because he just pushed like a win con on it and everything, and Gas couldn't really like refute any of that. You guys went on to what afterwards? AP, I believe, or was it
Uh,
durability?
We already said we went on. We went on like.
No, what was the Rinne Sharingan after that? I remember.
Oh yeah, Rinne Sharingan point was won by Gas because he was just making an argument that you can't quantify it, which I mean wasn't. After that, we had. Yeah, durability. Pricops just conceded on, so I don't even have to judge that. Speed. Gaz won. He just made a claim that Naruto is faster. Like, that's literally just the simplest claim of all time. You just claimed like you literally just
I was like, is he not gonna argue? Okay.
like yeah. You guys were like
We agree that they were relative though. Like
yeah. You
he
agreed that
just
they were
put
you
his
guys
first
yeah. You
down.
guys both agreed that they were relative, and then Gas was just like yeah they're relative, but Naruto's faster, and you were just like on to the next point. So like
Yeah, there was no refutation of that.
I was just like, okay.
yeah.
I'll just argue against Hacks was a fucking. You talk about Hacks.
Yeah, Hacks was a mess. You guys even out on that a bit. You feel like the conclusion to a point was that like I feel like you guys came to the point that like Madara should have like better passive region, but Naruto has like the jutsu that would let him fix anything or whatever. But that wasn't really even ironed out. So like I said, that's just like bonus points, and if it had mattered at that point in time. But I think like I said, more points had gone to Gaz at that point, so I don't feel like the. I was happy you guys weren't continuing on for another half hour. Basically, is what I should say.
How long have we been? We've been debating for like 2 hours. Oh,
This video is an hour and 42 minutes right now, as as I just checked it real quick. So I think overall, like I said, I would say and besides the conclusions were basically literally just like what I just said. Like there was just
yeah.
the only problem is that like Gaz, you didn't give a win con.
Oh yeah.
Like you just didn't.
No, I did. No, I said he would just surpass him in like jutsu and.
Yeah. You said he just had like greater stats. Like that was the.
Okay, that's what I meant.
Yeah, you just said like he has like bigger, like it's just greater, so would win, which is fine. It's just bigger, but it's just funny that like you didn't like, usually you're like Ash Speed blitzes and cuts them in half and then vibrate whatever, right? But you were just like, nah, it's just bigger.
Just bigger muscles.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious. So like I said, but unless Nolo has any other additional things, I guess I would get to like my final judgment. But
Yeah, no, I agree with everything.
okay, so yeah, I think overall winner I'd give it to Gaz.
I'm not very surprised at all. So honestly, like
I would give it though. That was pretty. It was higher diff than I thought it was gonna be after the first point. Like you fumbled really hard after the first portion.
I did, or he did.
You did.
Yeah, I got. I'm tired right now. I'm like sweating because I'm like I knew I had AP in the bag. It's just Hacks and fighting the limbo cleansers.
That's where I'm gonna end the recording now, though.
That's fine.
okay.